to teach you how to play the London system, and I'll show you how to really put some pressure on your opponents early on, depending on how they set up. So after d4, we've got to pay attention to how our opponents are setting up their pieces. Most commonly, you will face this move d5, and then you should play bishop f4, and we're going to get started with the London from there. But obviously, you also have to deal with King's Indian and other setups, which we will cover. In the London, with d5 on the board, you've got to always be monitoring whether or not the c-pawn comes forward, whether the opponent moves out the light-squared bishop early, or whether the opponent blocks in the light-squared bishop, and so on and so forth. Also, if you are offered a trade of dark-squared bishops. After knight f6, you will play the next move e3. You are delaying knight f3, and I will tell you for good reason you are delaying knight f3. Okay, keep that in mind. Notice that I have not played knight f3 yet. Let's say the opponent does not challenge us with c5 just yet. Plays e6. Now we continue with knight f3. Bishop d6. This bishop trade, I recommend sliding the bishop back one square, almost always. And that is because the capture here will allow us to open up the h-file for the rook, and maybe we'll even postpone castling. So this trade, this little slide back technique is perfectly fine. Let's say castles, bishop d3, knight c6. Now, against knight c6, you may want to complete your little pyramid of pawns here before you get this knight out to d2, just so the opponent cannot play knight b4. So keep in mind c3, always a useful move. Knight d2, and let's say something like queen e7, okay? Queen e7 is an important move to remember, and just in general, any move that allows the opponent to play the move e5. This is the $1,000,000 square in the London, and you do not want your opponent to be pushing the e-pawn there successfully. If they are able to do that, they get an equal position, okay? Now we're going to try to shut that down by hopping into e5 at the right moment, supported by the pawn, the bishop, and maybe Stonewall style with the f-pawn right after, so we have that lock on the center. If you see e5 coming, you need to put your knight there. Now, just playing a random move for black and getting to this position. From here, you can begin active operations on the king side. How do you do that? Well, after you hop in here, you're going to try to play f4. Now, if the opponent had already done something like this and forced their knight back, this is perfectly fine for you, because you already have queen h5 coming. Maybe you're launching forward the f-pawn, or even a simple pawn trade in the center to get your knight in the game and another piece attacking on the king side. So all different ideas. Queen h5, queen f3, queen h3 in certain positions, not this one obviously with the bishop on g3, but these are all the different attacking ideas when you get the knight in the center in the London against the castled king. f4, trying to bring the queen to this side, maybe the bishop comes out this way as well. You have to build your experience in these positions.